All right. Hello, welcome back. My name is Morty. This is Mildly Gumpler, and today, let's bring this Coke can out of the shot. Today, we are not doing the Curios. So, I know I said last week that the Curios would be my next project, but life got in the way, and he is not the next project. Instead, the Hi-Nu Gundam is. So, this one here, high-grade kit, much easier to build, a little bit on the quicker side, hopefully. We'll see. So the Hi-Nu Gundam is a kit that I've wanted for ages, but I really don't want to build the Vercar version of it just at the moment. So instead, I got this high-grade version a couple of weeks ago. Now, I've been meaning to build this for a while, but I've got my backlog and I'm just really tired from work, so I have not been building as often as I should, and it is now around about 13 hours until my self-imposed deadline of a 9 a.m. upload. So here we are, building a high grade, rather than spending 4 and a bit hours building a double O kit, which I know that I'm going to have trouble with, because always have trouble with double O kits for some reason. Even if it's a brand new 2020 edition, guarantee you there's something in there that's going to cause me a headache. So I'm going to build something a little bit on the simpler side, a high grade, and yeah, hopefully it lives up to expectations and I enjoy it as much as I hope that I will. So let's mosey on through, I guess. Why did I choose that term? But there we go, that's in the video now. One take. So there we go. Let's jump into this this build, and I'll see you on the other side for my thoughts. Okay, so there is the build. Let's move my arm out of the way so the light is good. So I have feelings about this. High grade, obviously, so its complexity is pretty low, but after building it, it really makes me want the master grade, so I am going to have to eventually get myself the Vercar. Now, like a lot of kits with these kind of backpacks, especially like the Freedom is one I've built a lot, and the AO Strike, the Force Impulse, stuff like that. These backpacks are always super back heavy, so I'm probably going to have to tighten up the ball joint that's inside his waist and the torso in here, because he flops back quite badly. It's fine now because it's relatively new, but give it another couple of months and years, it will start to really show. If it was on a stand and kind of like in a flying forward, leaning forward pose, it would probably kind of counteract that. But overall, it will cause me problems and grief in the coming months to years, which is a bit disappointing because overall, he's a cool looking kit. I never really realized that I wanted a kit that was like basically 3 colors before, because you've got things like the RX-78, which is red, blue, white and yellow, but this is just white, blue and grey, and it looks fantastic. So I am a big fan of the colour scheme, and I'm a big fan of the overall look of it. So I'm a bit annoyed at myself for having waited so long to actually get the Hi-Nu Gundam. So if I was to give it a ranking, since that is a thing that I kind of sometimes do, let's go with a high tier, high grade. It's not a master tier, it's not doing anything spectacular, and that waist joint is definitely going to cause me grief, so it's just a high tier, and purely almost from its aesthetic. From an aesthetic standpoint, this is one of the coolest looking kits. Yeah, in a long time. Like, all of the kits look cool in their own way, but this one here just kind of really scratches that old school mecha itch for me. So yeah, definitely got a really good feel for it. If you have not purchased this yourself, it's a really strong recommendation. Good kit, even if it's 11 years old and it's a really solid build. It is a bit unfortunate that it comes with the dreaded polycaps, but overall it's a really strong, fun build. I quite enjoyed it. I sat through a few episodes of Koshiki Goto, I think. No, that's not. That's a different one. An anime about Koto, which is a really strange thing for watching while building Gundams, but there's very few Gundam dubs that I like, and I can't pay attention to anime in Japanese. So, well, I can, but not while I'm building a Gundam. So, I'm digressing. High tier, high grade kit, really fun to build, amazing aesthetic. Pity about the floppy waist and the stupid heavy back, but he, like, putting him into a pose so that back, that like the weight of the back is kind of counteracted, does make him look kind of like imposing and badass. So there is that. Yeah, I really enjoyed building this, and I think other people will as well. So I would strongly recommend it to someone who does not have this in their collection yet. We are coming up on my last 10, I think. 9 or 10? I'm going to have to double check that. There's 2 and a bit months left in this year. So this is coming up on, toward, like, I'm approaching my single digits. Once the end of the year hits, I will be dropping down to probably only one every month or so, but the production quality is probably going to go up fairly significantly, because instead of filming this on a Wednesday night and releasing it on Thursday morning, I'm going to be giving myself a month to 2 months per video. So look forward to that. But in the meantime, if you have any recommendations as to what should be my final kit of the year, please let me know in the comments down below. And I will see you in the next video. This is Morty from Mildly Gunpla, signing off.